Hi everyone, let's implement the first fundamental operation of stack, which is push operation. So as we discussed earlier, when we are trying to add anything into stack, so that operation we called as push operation. So we have one stack here and we will be adding elements into this stack from top itself. So this is the line of code which we will be using to add the elements into stack. And we have one another variable, that is top, which will be initially pointing to the 0, and when we will be adding any of the element into stack, so this top will be pointing to top element of stack. So let's add elements into stack and check how it's getting added into stack. So this is the first element which we are trying to add into stack. So let's execute this line of code. Now you can see 10 is added into stack and the variable top is pointing to top element of stack, which is 10, and the value of top will become 1. Now let's try to add one another element into stack, which is 20, and let's execute this line of code again. Now you can see it is added into stack, and top, earlier it was pointing to 10, now the top element of stack is 20, so top variable is start pointing to 20, and you can see top is incremented and it will become 2. So let's try to add one more element, that is 30. So you have observed here, right? Whatever element we are trying to add, it is getting added onto top itself. So this is the another element which we are adding into stack. So this elements also we will be adding it from top itself, because there is no any another way to add elements from a bottom or from middle, right? Now let's execute this line of code again. Now you can see 30 is added into stack and top will start pointing to top element of stack, that is 30, and the value of top variable increased to 3. As we have 3 elements into stack, so top is pointing to third or top element of stack. So this is the graphical representation. Now let's get started with backend implementation. So I have already created a class with name stack implementation. So inside this class we're gonna perform a push operation on stack. So let's get started. So let's create object of stack. So you can see here java.util package is also providing us support of stack. So let's look into this first, what this is basically. New stack. Okay, now let's look into this, how java.util package is allowing us to add the element into stack. So we have push operation. Okay, so this push operation is expecting element of object type. So you can add anything, like you can add string, or you can add stack dot push, you can add any integer, you can add any float, stack dot push, you can add any decimal number, and you can add any boolean also. So boolean is boolean dot true, right? So it is allowing you to add any of the value. So we have to write method like that. So right now this stack is implementation of java.util package, so we have to write our own stack implementation where we have to allow users to add any type of data. It's not homogeneous, we'll be allowing to add heterogeneous of data. Okay, so let's create a class with name stack. Alright, now we're gonna pass, let's create a method public, then we're gonna return object back to caller method. Let's pass push here. So this what this push is expecting. So as we discussed, right, this java.util package is allowing user to pass heterogeneous type of data, right? See, they're passing string, integer, float, and boolean. So we will also do something like that only. Item. And the next thing is we have to create a stack, and that stack will be object type, object stack. And one another thing is, as we discussed, that we will be having one another variable called top, which will be pointing to the first top element of stack. All right. Now as you can see here, right, we are creating object of stack, but here it's inbuilt, it's a dynamic one. So as we are creating array here, so we have to pass the size of array. So let's create one another variable called max, private int, and we're gonna pass here max. Okay. Now the another key point is here java.util implementation is creating object without any parameter, right? But we gonna pass parameter here because we have to pass the maximum size of array. So here we're gonna pass stack, and then the size of stack, right? Int size. Now inside this object we're gonna create object of array. So new object, and here we will be passing this size. All right, size, and then we will be increasing size dot this, sorry, this dot max will be size. All right. Now whatever size we are passing it from caller method, the same size we are assigning it to this. Now we have created a stack of some limited size, right? Now the next thing is our stack array is created. Now while pushing item into stack, we have to use stack and then top, right? And you can see, I mean, you're already aware of that in array we are adding elements from zeroth index, right? So right now top value is 0, means we are adding something into zeroth index of array, which is item type, and then we are returning same to the caller method. So return item. All right. Now the next thing is, let's say we have added one value here, one element here. Now the next element, when we are trying to add next element into stack, so it will get added into same index because we are not increasing this top value. Top value is by default 0. So in second element addition, it will get added into the same index. So that's why when we perform the first addition operation, so at that time we have to increase our top by 1, so that for next element it should have updated value and it should get added into another index instead of adding to the same index, right? So we have done the writing method of push operation, right? Now another thing is, now we have to remove the implementation of java.util package. Now let's call our own implementation, right? The size I'm passing here 5. Okay, now you can see this is our own implementation. There is no any package imported called java.util. So it is supporting now heterogeneous type of data. We are passing string, integer, double and boolean, right? So the push operation is done. Now the thing is we have to show whatever there is in stack, right? So there is stack dot show. There is no anything called show, right, or display, because we have to print the element of stacks. So let's call show. Okay, let's create this method. What we're gonna do here, we will be using a simple stream here, arrays dot stream of stack, right? Now we're gonna use for each loop, which is expecting input of consumer type. Now we will be just printing the elements of stack. System dot out. So we are using method reference. So let's perform this println. Okay, now this is okay. Now this is resolved. So let me pass comments here. Creating the stack of limited size. Okay, now adding elements into stack. Heterogeneous. Okay, adding heterogeneous elements into stack, right? So we have support of heterogeneous elements. Now printing the stacks, sorry, stack, printing the elements of stack. All right, now let's run this and verify what we are getting here as output. So now you can see this is the first inserted element and this is the second inserted element. This one is third, this is fourth. Now there is no anything in fifth index, so that's why it's null. So you can add stack dot push and you can pass v anything, right? Now let's rerun this. Now you can see this is the last added element into stack. So this implementation is working fine, and in next tutorial we will be performing some another fundamental operation of stack. So that's it from this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching.